Hello, everyone, and this is Donkey from the Clash Bros podcast. Obviously, we're trying out something different today instead of the regular podcast. Wanted to see how it would work by screen recording some of our games. That way, for some of our listeners that want to watch us play or see visually what we're talking about, they can as well, and we'll still keep up with the podcast. So, first off, as usual, I wanted to talk about the best, or my past week, climbing the ladder. So, this past week here, let's see, we have recently had a season end, but my previous season, I reached, I got a new personal best, and that was Challenger 3, 4,636 trophies. My personal best is actually, where is down here? 4652. I just lost a game at the end of the season and ended up just a game lower, but overall I was happy with the results there. So, let's see. And here's the deck that I did it with. Obviously, Freeze got a little bit of a nerf since the last season, but just with crown tower damage, nothing else. So it's still a very powerful card. I've been using a little different deck, and that's something we can definitely talk about later. But this was the deck that I used to get as high as I did. And so why don't we jump into some gameplay with it? So as you can see, I'm a little bit lower because of the season reset. I'm at 4,446, 4446. And let's do a live match. Alright, so we got Hill. Their clan's in Legendary Wars, so I'm going to let that go, actually. I should have been ready for that. That's actually a play that I make sometimes. Since I'm level 13, I guess that just puts us on a more even playing field. I'm going to do the same thing to him with the Dark Gob. And there we go. He doesn't answer it directly. He just has those. I'm going to play in the back. I don't like to leak Elixir, but sometimes I end up doing it a little bit. I wish I had my Valkyrie, but I'm still going to play the Mega Knight. The Valkyrie would have been better, but I didn't quite have it in hand. I didn't know if I should cycle. But it'll still make for a good counter push because he just dropped 9 Elixir. So, and then he just dropped another 3, so he can't have a lot left. So I'm going to play this Graveyard. And that's the key, is knowing when to play Graveyard and Freeze based on how much Elixir they have. See, I don't even have to play my Freeze because I was able to, he played his Elixir really badly there. And I'm just going to play in the back. I may answer this Dark Gob, I may not, because I'm going to do it. Okay, so, let's see here. Got his Mega Knight. I'm going to match his Mega Knight with mine. Just make sure he doesn't get the jump damage. Okay. So I don't know exactly how much Elixir he has here, but I feel like he's got to be pretty low. I'm still going to play it safe. I always play it safe if I don't know for sure. Now that we're in double, it's not as big of a deal. I don't think he has a Fireball, so I'm going to kind of group these and then play my Valkyrie. I'm just going to let that Dark Gob go on that left side. And then I'm probably going to Graveyard. I may freeze here depending on what he plays. Yeah, I'm going to freeze that Goblin Gang for sure. It's level 13 so it doesn't kill them, but I still get quite a bit of damage done. And I'm going to play in the back again for defense. Got my Mega Knight ready for whatever he plays at the bridge. We're going to get that real quick. I didn't mean to split those archers, but as you can see, I'm going to defend well enough that it doesn't really matter. And I'm probably going to play another Graveyard. This game's over anyway. But see if I can get this tower. Ooh, got it. So, there we go. And that deck, I actually haven't played it since the season reset. I thought that maybe the freeze nerf was more than it actually was. As you can see, it didn't really make that much of a difference, so I was still able to get the win. So pretty much that's it. As you can see here in the global tournament, I did decent. Actually, 12 wins is the most I've got. Since it's a sudden death tournament, I guess it's a little different. But so that you can see, this is the deck I used. It was this deck right here. And actually halfway through, I did switch out. So it's this, and then I did switch out Zap for Wizard. And I did that because I was going in against a lot of Balloon Freeze decks, and my Zap wasn't quite giving me enough defense, so I subbed in the Wizard, and I was able to get a lot more wins. I think I was like 8-3. Yeah, I was 8-3, and then I went obviously 4-2 once I set the Wizard in. So it did save me once though, for sure, and then the other games I'm not completely sure about, but I did really well, best in my clan. Unless someone's beat me recently, I guess I could check. Nope, 12, next best is 8 wins, excuse me. But anyway, yeah, it was a lot of fun. I did end up getting the rewards since I got all of them, and I ended up getting 2 magic archers, and let's see, 2 magic archers from the legendary chest, and then from the magical chest I got a lumberjack. So I did really good in those. Oh, and then this here, I can't remember what I got there. Let's see, what did I get? Trying to think. Maybe I got a bandit. I might have got a bandit because I'm at 7 now. I used all my trade tokens I got in that tournament for the bandit. I just traded, as you can see, I only have 1 magic archer now. I had 3 out of 2. I traded 2 of them for 2 bandits, so just because I really like this deck. I mean, it's not as good, like, I've been kind of struggling, like, I've just been going, well, I'm going to talk more about this deck in another episode, but I really like this deck as well. Again, this is the deck that I did really well with and got my personal best, but I like to switch it up even if one deck may be better than another. I've been trying a lot of different decks. I've seen a deck very similar to this one with the Zap in it, though, like I had before, and I think they sometimes switch Poison out with Fireball. In fact, I think where I saw it was global, and it was somewhere around here. Actually, I think it was, let's see, I think it was this guy. No. Huh. That one's similar right there. I mean, I just have Battle Ram instead of Miner. Anyway, so there you go. We'll talk about that in another episode, but thanks for tuning in.